Hello, friends. Thanks for tuning into this week's Brain Food. I'm going to talk about something that I've been very passionate about for a long time, decades. And that is, we all work really hard to take care of our clients, and we even do things sometimes to surprise them. But one thing we all miss is the opportunity to make sure that they've heard that we did that thing, or that they understand what the thing that we did, why it matters, and why they should be happy about that or appreciate it. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 things I do from a task perspective to wow and surprise my clients, and 2 or 3 things from a pricing perspective, situations that have happened in the last month where I'm trying to make sure that they understand that the relationship comes first and the pricing and checks being written comes second. And that might be counterintuitive to some for-profit companies, but in my experience, when you take care of relationship first, the dollars happen if you're taking good care of your clients. Let me move into the tasks that I do. So one of the things that I do for my website clients is I install a system called Gravity Forms. It's a forms-based system for WordPress, and I pay for an annual developer's license, and that allows me to install that on unlimited number of people's websites. So I do that for free for all my website clients. A lot of companies would actually charge for that per client, or they would have them set that relationship up themselves and pay for their own copy of Gravity Forms. And I just think it takes a lot of the hassle off their plate for me to do that for them and just install that. And another one like that is Imagify. Not to get into the technical weeds here, but that's an image, it's an image processing thing where it optimizes the images for your website. And that's another thing that I can pay for an unlimited license, one-time fee annually, and then I can apply that to all my clients' websites and they get that benefit. So those are 2 really good opportunities for me to say, hey, I'm installing this forms system, or hey, I'm taking care of optimizing all the images on your website, and it's no additional cost. That's just one of the perks of doing business with Blue Gurus. So I'm sure there are things you can think of in your world that are pretty easy to give like that. And the missed opportunity is if you don't tell them that you're doing that. So the mistake I could make is, as I do a new website project, just install Gravity Forms and Imagify because I know that those need to happen, and then not tell my client about that. And it's not that you're trying to pat yourself on the back. You're trying to make sure that they understand you're doing extra things every step of the way that a lot of your competitors aren't doing. And that they'll feel that, and they will talk to you about that. They will feedback that they really appreciate that, and it will help you keep relationships with clients for many, many, many years. And it's been proven in my world for 15, 18 years now that that kind of behavior keeps clients for life, basically. Let me move into some of the pricing examples that I have. I have a really good friend and client who's dealing with some personal stuff in her personal life. And for whatever reason, that month we weren't able to get together to work together. And my contracts for certain clients are a monthly fee where I'm billing them every single month regardless of what's happening. And it just didn't feel right that she was going to be dealing with all this stuff in her personal life and knowing she wasn't able to work with me and get me stuff that I needed to do my job and go ahead and bill her anyway. It just seems like that's adding insult to injury. And so I emailed her and I told her that. I said, this just doesn't feel right. The spirit of the agreement is, yeah, sure, the contract says monthly, but that doesn't feel right. That's not how I take care of my relationships. So I basically said, I'm not sending an invoice for this month. We'll re-engage next month. And of course, she really, really appreciated it. And it's one of those things that's the kind of glue that you build and that you apply to these situations that will carry you through when competitors knock on their door, or they have other things that are making them look at how they're doing business with you and things like that. They will remember the consistent extra efforts that you've put in as long as you've told them. And the last one that I have is I've got a big heart for not-for-profits. And so one of the ones that happened recently with a not-for-profit is they reached out knowing they're trying not to use my time, and they said, hey, we want to put a payment button on our website. Here's the code that they gave us from the bank. We don't know what to do. Can you just kind of give us a pointer so we can get started? So knowing that, and they didn't expect anything, I went into both websites they needed to add this to, updated the theme and plugins, and did the stuff for them. And then I wrote a how-to with screenshots of how they can do that in the future, but it was a one-time thing because once it's set up and working, it's fine and it just runs. So I went ahead and took care of that for them. Did it take me 15 minutes? Sure. It didn't take me hours. And it was a great opportunity because this not-for-profit has paid me in the past and will pay me again in the future. But it was a great opportunity for me to spend 15 minutes doing what I know how to do very well and surprise them unexpectedly with a give that I could do that makes their day and helps the relationship. But the most important thing is not only looking for those opportunities to make your clients be wowed and surprised and excited to do business with you, but it's to be sure you tell them, even if it's not something so exciting as giving them something for free or giving them a big discount on a bill or something like that. Whatever it is that you're doing where you've gone above and beyond for a client, don't get so busy that you just do the work and move on to the next thing on your task list. Make sure you tell your clients that you're doing that kind of thing. And that's my hope for you, is that you treat your clients that way, and I know you're taking care of them that way and doing those things, so don't miss the opportunity to kindly and humbly tell them, hey, I took care of this for you today. Well, I hope that got you thinking. That's the idea for these brain foods, and I hope you got value from this video. If you liked it, please act on that and like this and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great week. I'll see you next week.